Bonjour à tous et bienvenue en France pour cette course de Formule 1. And of course it is Tier 2 qualifying and race day here at Monday Race Club. Don't worry, you have not got a Frenchman, you have got the Scottish Banshee Night Shadow SC here in the commentary box this evening. And we have round 8 of 12 in Season 5, folks. We have traversed the Atlantic Ocean from our previous race in Canada to land at Le Castellet near Marseille. And this is the Paul Ricard circuit, a 5.842 kilometre lap with an even distribution of high, medium and some low speed corners. It's a key reason why it's one of the most used test circuits in the world for motorsport. The drivers love the 290, 300 kilometre right-hander it's seen in the 5G Joyride of the following Beausset Bend. But we have overtaking opportunities that do include the Pit Straight and the famous Mistral Straight, showcasing the two DRS zones. It was 28 years off the F1 calendar and it came back in 2018 with a track the drivers love. And it is showcasing Tier 2 tonight, where we have 27 laps of French magic in store. And those to sprinkle some more magic on the Tier 2 proceedings. Joining me in the commentary box in this lovely sunny French afternoon, it's Carl Edens. How are you, sir?
Well, I'm not too bad, thank you very much.
Good. I'm hearing, just not that we wanted to jinx proceedings, but I am hearing that it may well be some rain forecast. Apparently, it might be raining in the race.
Oh boy.
Now, were we not just talking about this? Carl and I were just talking to Monster 89, and we were saying, I said it'll rain, and he said, well, better not. Maybe a little bit more forceful than that, but I believe it's going to rain.
I think you jinxed it before we even got started.
Yes, I probably did.
Bad boy, go sit in corner.
Well, see, to be fair, did I notice? I think I said the same. I think I said the same thing in Canada last week.
Oh, and speaking of Monster, Andrew, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
What's the bad news?
He's got a qualifying ban.
What? Naughty man. That means he doesn't get to. He'll
be starting P20.
Oh. So I think he is allowed to. He's allowed to go out, but he's not allowed to set a time. He's allowed to just tweak the setup.
Yeah, I would say he's allowed to go out, probably tweak his car a bit, but as long as he doesn't set a lap time.
Yeah, Mark Simba 151 going. What's with the colouring? The blue doesn't look right. I'll tell you what. I'll pass it to Codemasters, and we'll see what they say.
Pass it to Michael Massey.
Je m'appelle Michael. Funnily enough, we've got a yellow flag. Sorry, what is that? A Williams at all? No, it's not. We've got Loppy in the Haas. I promise, folks, the Tier 2 madness just gets worse and worse by the week. There may be some. We are here all night. Well, up until about 8:30 by the time they kick us off, to be fair, and then I run down and get my papaya overalls in, having taken a.
They're not papaya though, are they? They're blue.
Well,
the overalls for McLaren are blue.
Well, I like them papaya. I've told Zach I want papaya. But remember, Carl, no, Michael, this isn't right. It's not, it's blue. Courtesy of Mark there. Anyway, Herman's top of the standings, 131.1, folks. We promise it can't get any worse than the commentary you have just now, to be fair. It will only get better. We do have an interesting one again. Guy, who is our championship leader, not taking part tonight. His place has been taken by Tom Brown in the Ferrari. So Guy, championship leader, 98 points, Monster 89. Andrew starting at the back of the grid.
Speaking of that, he's retired from the session. He's not even going out.
Oh, he's not. He's decided he's clearly had enough of us.
Homer, 30.4
in the Williams, in the softs there.
And he didn't spin it.
Well, yes, no, he didn't. Me and you might be on thin ice shortly. For that Monster 89, 65 points,
Don't
folks.
Worry, I'm already banned books for touching a few cars last week.
Don't know what fine you got for that. 100,000 was it? I think it was something like that. Mark
you'd
is
have to ask Rob.
Well, that's fine. I'll ask Rob. Mark there, third on the road at the moment. He is on 51 points, 47 points. Herman, who is second, and Damalek, who is also not racing tonight. Dario is in the Haas for him tonight. I say he's in the Haas tonight.
Andrew, he done an outlap,
yes,
and retired.
And Darius is Electric Envy. That puts it all together. The other two reserves that we've got tonight, Tomo222 is in the Aston Martin for Dumbest Hornet, and Monster Gaz is in the Alpha Tauri for Era Voice. The Alpha Tauris will be looking to repeat their good qualifying form that they had in Canada. Race day didn't quite go to plan for both of them, unfortunately. But with the rain that is forecast in the race, and we'll see, folks, if it's the start or the middle or the end. If it was a bit like Canada, it was around about lap 17 was the prime opportunity to pit. But we will see. But everyone on those soft compound tyres.
Oh dear.
What?
Migrating host Martin Hills has left the session.
Oh, let's hope this is not some start of some communication connectivity issues. We don't want any communication issues tonight. Look at that lovely French Paul Ricard circuit. Le Castellet. It's got its own airport where a lot of the private jets will fly into, containing the F1 drivers. But it's a very technical circuit, but it's also one that you can lose a lot of time on. I mean, you look at, and we'll do an on-board lap shortly where we'll explain it a bit more, but you look at turns 1 and 2, Carl, and they're a very fast left-hander and an off-camber at the apex right-hander, and it's very easy to lose the rear end and to also lose a lot of time, and it's the same going in the back of the circuit as well, so drivers are going to need to be careful at all times.
Yeah, obviously, and as well, there's not much overtaking spots apart from probably down into turn 1, the first long straight after turns, I think it's 5, going down to, or
indeed,
whatever.
Yep, turn 6 and 7 down the Mistral straight. Yeah, it is a cracking circuit. We're just watching Jacob here, Fire Rooster. Your tier 1 commentator tonight, I believe, with Andrew. He's on the mediums, so he's doing a run on the mediums. He's now just bailed on that to go into the pits. But let's keep an eye on what is happening out front. We've got a couple of drivers just coming through. We're just seeing the Alfa Romeo now coming through that first sector. Smith just running that little bit wide, doesn't invalidate his lap. Now onto the Mistral straight. DRS will be wide open for him as he comes down that Mistral straight. Reaching 8th gear, about 340 kilometres an hour, hitting 201 there just for a fraction before he slams on the brakes. Then into that chicane, and that chicane very much quite a difficult one to get right. Montreal it is called, and that is where we have just been, folks. Do check it out on YouTube. Then coming down the second part of the Mistral straight, and then again that very quick right-hander it's seen, and then into Beausset there. Again, very, very difficult corner to get right, and again, very easy sometimes to lose it. This corner here, though, which is affectionately called Bendor, I am not making that up, may I add. And then we've got Garlaban, and then Lac that he's just coming into, and then Pont. Pronounced, I'm sure it's Pont. It's P-O-N-T, but it'll be something along those lines. Am I butchering the French language yet, Carl?
I wouldn't know. Even though I took French as a GCSE, I didn't fare too well.
I didn't. I can't speak English, let alone any other second language.
But your Scottish is fluent as anything.
Oh, it is. It is indeed. It is indeed. And just now we've got Tom Brown going slow in the Ferrari. Let's jump on board with him for the onboard lap. And as we were saying there, coming down the main straight, he will be hitting near enough just shy of 200 miles an hour, and then into the left-hander here, dropping down. You want to get it right, and he has just done that. No invalidation there. Very easy to do that. Very easy to run wide on the exit of 2 there. Nicely done, keeping it into the left-hand side of the track before a sweeping throw the car in at the front, hoping that the front grips, and then immediately into the left-hander of 4 and 5. Then coming into Stabon, which he is coming into now, 6th. turn 6, and then as he powers his way down, keen to get the speed here as we come on to the Mistral straight. DRS activation line now, as he now will floor it as we go down to the Montreal hairpin, reaching 200 miles an hour, just literally flicking the hit the brakes a little bit there early for Tom Brown, but as he now comes into the Montreal chicane, Keat again, hit the apex on the chicane there, really good. Then again, put the power down nicely, carry the speed down the second half of the Mistral straight, heading into turn 10, which is Scene Corner, hitting it around about 185 miles an hour. You want to have a good rear end on you there, otherwise you're going to go spinning round. Then into Beausset, again, very much a bit of an off camber, want to hit the apex, does it nicely in there, coming through now into turn 12. And again, it's a very off apex. You almost want to be closer in there, left-hand side. And then ultimately running slightly out as we go through Garlaban. Now coming into Lac again, looking to feed through as we do. And then into the final corner of home, third gear, dropping it down to about 50 miles an hour. Keep the wheels spinning out. And then again, apply the throttle. DRS activation. Start-finish line is not at the start of the grid, but is here. And Tom Brown, 17th, 133.4. Carl, could you, if possible, send some invites? We've got a few people who...
do we need? Because I'm not sure if I've got some of them.
Cool. Guys, can you message or just go onto the Discord and just see who needs there, and we'll get them added. I'll get Martin added back in just now. It does happen, folks, at times. Oh, it says can't invite players because this game group has closed. We may
I've tried it before in the past, and it won't let us invite.
Yep. We may have one of these lovely lobby glitches. So we will just bear with us as we see. It's getting a little bit cloudier as we go through qualifying.
And speaking of one thing, I've had a bit of an inside source from the pit lane that, well, it depends if it carries on for the next, for if we have to reset the lobby, but Andrew is running a wet setup.
Oh, very interesting. Right, let's just see if we still can invite. Just bear with us, folks. I think we will need to probably restart the lobby, folks, just on the basis that we have a number of our drivers who cannot get back in, and as you can imagine, not fair on them not to be able to get back in and set qualifying laps. So we will likely have to continue. We will just let it go through. To be fair, though, Carl, this is going to give us probably the opportunity to talk. Not that we don't do a lot of that already, to be fair, but I think Martin has summed it up. Seems like this lobby is dodgy. It definitely looks like it.
I think Michael Massey has took over our session.
Oh, Michael. Need to have words with him. Although it is motor racing, as they say, so we will sort out the lobby issue, folks, and we will be back shortly. He says. Just bear with us, folks. We'll keep the broadcast. We'll pause the broadcast. It will stay the same link, but we will be back shortly. Yeah. Right. Let's hope that we can now get going. Right. Yes, we are here. We are here. Carl, we are back in business here in Monday Race Club. Tier 2. We are back in business here. Just checking on the YouTube there, I could hear myself.
Yeah, I heard you in the background as well.
I was about to say, calm yourself here, calm yourself. Mesdames et messieurs, we are back. Tier 2 Monday Race Club. It is 7:25 on Monday the 13th of December. We are back live. Had some few technical gremlins, but as I said, back and we are underway in 1-0. We are just about to get started. For it.
The race hasn't even started and the Banshee's already out.
Exactly, it is there, we are ready. We are going to restart short qualifying. 18 minutes, folks, where people will be able to set their times. The previous times in the previous session nullified, did not happen in this universe. We're a bit like the Marvel universe. That happened. Lobby connection issues. This is the battle
You
football.
didn't see anything.
I never seen anything at all. And if I go back on the stream, all I listen is the dulcet Scottish tones and you trying to keep me calm.
Which doesn't always work.
Well, it does. It does. Andrew's saying he's still doing his band. Yes, he is indeed.
Well, of course he is.
Yes. The question will be, and I would love to know, is if one of the drivers can let us know what the weather forecast is going to be, because
I bet you it'll be dry this time.
Yeah,
although it's looking very misty at the moment.
It is. It is a bit, actually. Look, it's an interesting one. Everyone will be resetting up.
Andrew will be sitting in that Red Bull hoping, don't be wet, don't be wet, don't be wet.
Well, if it is wet, they'll blame me again. Oh, we've got a Red Bull coming out. It's Vans Racing. It is indeed.
The Irishman.
Let's, we will keep an eye on him though. And we've got a Haas out as well. They're all coming out. Is that because of risk of rain?
Electric Envy in the Haas.
Yes, indeed.
That's the first one out.
Indeed. And the Haas, we are now looking at Vans in that Red Bull with the Honda engine.
Herman out as well.
Herman out as well. It is looking a bit more cloudy.
Yes.
Which is going to be intriguing. But again, drivers, let us know. We don't see the weather forecast. My name is not Carol Vorderman. I do not know what is going to happen, or am I good at maths?
I'm looking at the mist in the air and it makes me think of you lot up north.
Well, it's a bit like what it is just now, to be honest. It was a bit windy last night. It can get a bit windy at Le Castellet. It's right next to an airport, though, so... we're going to have to roll out all the stuff we talked about for the previous 17 minutes before we had some connectivity issues.
Well, you're the one with all the information. I'm the one with all the useless information.
Do you want to flip that round? Useless information comes from me. You provide some sanity to it.
We're both as bad as each other, really.
Exactly. Let's see what's happening on the live chat. Nothing at the moment. So all fun there. Let's jump on board. We will use Vans as our track view.
And Jacob is doing exactly the same as he did before.
Mediums.
Straight out on mediums.
Yeah, quite right. We'll find out soon. But Vans.
So Stube.
Oh, interesting.
Doing a medium run as well.
So Van's just coming around that final corner, already used 30% of his ERS, but now we'll plant the power down. DRS rear wing activation fully open, got a yellow in sector 3. We're not going to worry about that too much, but here is Van's hitting the 200 miles an hour as he swings the car into the first corner at Verrerie and into turn 2. And now down as we go through into turn 3 Hotel, which is this complex here, then instantly keeping it to the left hand side there, and then turn it round 5 and then into 6. Very easy to lose a lot of time here. You've got to have good grip to go round turn 6 and 7 here. Runs a little bit wide, does Vans. Obviously goes purple. He's the only one who is currently leading on one of the fast laps. Comes down the Mistral straight, around about 200 miles an hour. We expect to see the top speed maybe hit 203, 204 miles an hour, depending on setup. Coming down into the Montreal hairpin, doesn't hit the apex, just on the inside there, does on the second part of the chicane. Applies the power down, and you want to have that drag to take you all the way down the second half of the Mistral straight. Then that 8th gear, 185 mile an hour right-hander into Seen, and then Basse as here we go now. And again, very much a corner that kind of falls away from you, and a lot of that on this track in terms of the camber. None more so than turn 12 here. You want to hit the apex just on the left-hand side there. There is the yellow bollard, because it is going to drop away from you. Now into the final part of the lap, braking around about 50 metres into the left-hand side as we go through Lac into Pont now, and then you want to be straightened up, apply the power, and deploy your ERS, deploy the DRS, and as we come across the line, Vans goes second, but Electric Envy has gone top. He is the envy of everybody else, 131.1. But Vans was 7/1000 by Herman.
Just done a 130.
He has indeed. He said, right, I will come and match you, and I will be
a second quicker.
Indeed, very much so. Tom Brown is coming through for his lap in the Ferrari. Let's see what he does for his first set of time. And he goes fourth. I was about to say, what are we aiming for here?
I don't know.
We've got Tomo222.
Jacob, 32-1 on me.
Nice. And Tomo222 goes second, but still a second behind Herman. That shows you how good that time was from Herman.
I think AlphaTauri stole the Red Bull's engine. I think they've got the engines mixed up.
They've got they maybe do. Although, again, going back to Canada, the AlphaTauris. We see Mark get a real tank slapper there as he comes round turn 12 there. But ultimately, we've seen the AlphaTauris do a really good qualifying performance in Canada. They just didn't have the greatest of races as a collective team. One of their drivers was out on turn 2, but here comes Mark across the line, and he goes a 130.7 and only 31/1000ths behind Herman, and now Evil Homer just 4/10ths behind. For those eagle-eyed, and Carl, what happened to Monster 89? What happened to Andrew?
I think he just did an outlap, went back into his garage and literally retired from the session because he can't set a lap time in this qualifying session because of his qualifying ban.
Yeah, he is indeed. So he will start the race from 20th and currently second in the championship. 65 points to Guy's 98. Guy not racing here again this evening. He wasn't. He had connectivity issues with the upgrades, the update on F1 last week, and he is not around this week. So again, an opportunity for Andrew and Mark to close in.
Reasonable time by Ghetto Biggie, 31.3.
That's a really good time from him. Really good. Let's see, we've got Martin there. Let's just see Lopez coming through turn 1 and 2 at the moment on his fast lap, so we'll just stick with him in the Haas. But in the Constructors, Ferrari 108 points, AlphaTauri 97, just 11 points behind, Haas a further 10 behind on 87, McLaren just a further 3 back after a superb victory for them with Martin last week in Canada. And Red Bull 81 points in 5th. It was a great race in Canada.
I think it was a double win for McLaren at Canada because Ryan won in Tier 3 as well.
He did indeed. He had a superb lap there. For Ryan, or superb race, sorry. But as we see Loppy now, he will be looking to assist the Haas cause as he now comes into scene. That was Oscar just growling at me. For those on the stream wondering, has the Scottish Banshee turned into a dog?
Gav has brought his dog to work day.
I have indeed. Commentary box in France has to have a dog in it, as always. Oscario. Loppy just coming round the final corner as he now comes through. I wonder what he is going to be able to do. It's possibly going to be into the 32s. 31.991, so just short by 11th at the moment for Loppy. So most of the grid have done their bit. Grimo is on his out laps. Scott in the Mercedes is on a quick lap as he comes in.
His last lap got invalidated.
Unlucky for him. Let's see what you can do. 51.9 at the end of Sector 2. You got to have a really... The key about this circuit is you don't want to go high downforce because you're going to be a sitting duck on the straights, but you need to have that grip as you go through the race to be able to keep the mediums.
That balance.
Yeah, exactly. And Scott is just coming through now into the final couple of corners. Turn 14 here is going now. Oh!
Monster Gazer has just invalidated his lap on the very last corner.
Oh, and Scott just jumped into the pits. So he obviously wasn't a happy bunny in that Mercedes with that lap, so he is back in the pits. Oh, and Herman's round at turn 1.
I've seen that while I was on board with Monster Gaza.
And it's so easy to do. We were talking about it just before the previous stream paused for a little bit, that turn 1 and turn 2 is so fast. If you have too much, sort of the rear end catches you out, or you don't get the camber right or the power right, you're going round, irrespective. But there's plenty of runoff. There's very little chance of hitting the barriers and bringing out a safety car. Or a virtual safety car.
Just so we can settle Andrew's nerves, we will not boo him because of whose car he's in.
Oh, nobody's going to do that. We're all friendlies here. We're all friendlies in France. Oh, I'll tell you what, we've got an Aston Martin of Tomo who's just decided to cultivate the gap at the Montreal chicane there and go through the polystyrene boards. Oh, and he's just decided to do it again. So he's clearly listening to us, giving us a bit of entertainment. Although, as we always say, I think it was in practice during the week, someone took out quite earlier on one of the braking markers for turn 1. And you kind of don't realise how much you rely upon them until they're not there at times.
Yeah, you do, because as soon as like a braking reference goes, that's it. It all goes out the window, and you're like, right, where did I used to brake?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like you go straight on. It's like, no, that's too much. You end up braking too early. Oh, that's too early.
Yep. Exactly. Jacob's just coming around. He's on the soft compound tyres. DRS will be fully open. Yes, it is. The rear wing flap is open as he comes, takes the shortest possible route across the line and goes third. So a great lap there from Jacob. If one of the drivers who's listening to us can let us know what's happening in the race in terms of weather, that would be fabulous. Otherwise,
well, for Andrew's benefit, I hope it's dry.
Well, he did say he was going to do a wet setup for his race, so he might get lucky. He might get to use it. I know how he really wants to try out that wet setup on that Red Bull.
I have just had an update from my special guide in the pit lane.
Here comes Carl Ted Kravitz Edens.
Yet again, possible rain in the race about 30 minutes in.
Oh, so right at the end potentially. So 27 laps, folks. Remember, 27 laps around here, around about 1 minute 35 a lap in race trim. That will come down shortly. So there is the opportunity for rain towards the end. A bit like what we've seen in Canada. It happened on lap 17 was the optimum time to change your tyres in Canada. What is going to happen again in the race here?
Thing is, it said it was going to rain towards the end of the race last week on Wednesday, and I was the silly sod that decided to do 20 laps on softs.
Well, you went to the point in which the data told you, but I'll tell you who's just went to the top of the timesheets, not to say nothing about your soft tyres. We'll call that Alex up to 130.4. He is loved by that Williams team because they took him for 3 races last week. Tier 1, 2 and 3. He loves the Williams.
Frank's special.
He is. He is indeed.
You can definitely tell who Frank's favourite is.
Yep. Herman is on a fast lap, though. He is in through turn 1 and turn 2. But yeah, he did really well on those soft compound tyres. 20 laps. There was some great runs last week in Canada on soft, medium and hard compound tyres. But Herman, the man who is looking to add to his 47 points at the present moment. What is he at the end of sector well, he's now in Sector 2. I think he was slightly up on Sector 1. We'll keep following him as he comes down the Mistral Straight, though, coming into the Montreal chicane. Hard braking zone down to 105, 110 miles an hour. Hits the apex. Oh, runs wide. Doesn't hit the apex at all at Montreal. And that is going to slow him as he comes out through the second part. And Evil Homer has done a home run. 130.3 in the Williams. It's a Williams 1-2. And I promise, folks, we did not just rehearse that. That genuinely just happened at the same time Carl and I come out with It's a Williams 1-2.
Jinx, make a wish.
Well, this is it. I mean, it comes back to the point that goes, if they ever make an end-of-season MRC best-of montage moments, that might form part of it. Herman has decided that he doesn't like that lap because it wasn't going to improve his time. So he is in the pit lane, and we've got Electric Envy here coming down the Mistral Straight. Oh no, he's on a slow lap. Ghetto Biggie is 1/10 of a second up at the end of Sector 2, and he dives into the pits.
Because he's invalidated.
Oh, unlucky for him. And again, it's so easy to do with the track limits here.
I'm very surprised to see Monster Gaza still out on their mediums towards the end of qualifying.
Yeah, let's just have a look at his tyres. I mean, he's done 4 laps.
He's done 4 laps, and he's going to have to carry that into the race.
Well, or use them at some point, because I think they were sort of looking at it.
That was one of the biggest problems in Baku. People were running out of fresh rubber.
They were, exactly. I was going to say, in terms of the strategies, a one-stop is traditionally the fastest, but that only works if you qualify on the mediums. No one in our top 10 is on the medium tyres. The highest medium runner is Vans, is Frank in 12, 1.5 seconds off the pace. This is going to be a two-stopper.
I think he's more or less just been out on the mediums. I don't think he's set his time on mediums.
Right, we'll keep an eye on that one. Good spot there.
You jumping the gun there, Gav?
I am indeed. Getting too excited. Welcome to everybody who's watching. 22 viewers. Let's boost those numbers, whether you're watching in Australasia, where you will be around about 7 o'clock in the morning. If you're in New Zealand, you could even be 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Or whether you're watching on the east coast of the United States, currently 2:42 Eastern Standard Time. But everyone, welcome to MRC. Ollie's on his outlap. We've got a yellow. We've got one of the Alpines went a bit wide. I think that might have been Grimo. It was. But let's just go to Ollie. Keep an eye on him. In that Ferrari. So let's jump on board with him. As he comes through the penultimate corner now into that final corner. Gets the car nicely planted, then puts the power down. DRS now open, as you can see in that Ferrari, the rear wing wide open. Monster Gaza retires from the session, currently 18th. It's Ollie into turn 1 here, flicks it quite nicely down into 4th gear. Keeps it nice on that kind of off camber turn 2 there, as we now get that run down into turn 3 and 4. And 5, the complex. They're very easy to lose time here, very easy to lose grip, especially as the race progresses on. But as we now come into the sort of flowing 6 and 7, he wants to position himself nicely. He has done indeed. DRS will be wide open again. Coming down the Mistral Straight, where you could grab yourself a coffee, read a newspaper. Slams on the anchors, nicely done, nice rotation there into the first part of the Montreal chicane, gets it nicely done for the second, keeps to the left as we come down the second half of the Mistral Straight, upshifts into 8th, a little bit maybe early there potentially, but keeps it nice and clean coming into the Beausset there, and lets the car run wide, lets the car take it, hits the apex on the right hand side. Is he going to invalidate? He does, because he got the front left just over the track limits.
I'm just following Tomo, who's on a recent quick one. He's currently up on his best lap so far.
Yes, Tom Brown's just went up into 13th in the second Ferrari. So currently it's a Williams 1-2 front row lockout for them at the moment. We then have Herman in the AlphaTauri.
Ooh, half a second up for Tomo. Through the middle sector, half a second
Great
up.
lap from him as he's coming now into the Beauce, and he's run deep.
Oh, that's very wide.
He's run deep, but will that compromise his time? He hasn't invalidated. It is a different line, and he gets turn 12 there. Superb. Comes to get the run through. Herman's gone top.
Spoils the party for
He has 130.1, superb lap there, but what can this man do? Tomo 222 in the Aston Martin. He's going to run wide, coming out of the final corner. DRS fully open now. He's going for his ERS and comes across the line into fourth.
Over a second quicker.
Yeah. Exactly, superb lap time there. Here comes Alex, who's 6/10 of a second quicker at the end of sector 2. Is he going to go into provisional pole position? Is he going to take it? He does on a 129.8. What a lap!
Your Scottish accent came out massively there.
It did indeed. Mark goes fourth. He's pipped Tomo at literally the last part. Mark goes onto the second row behind Herman. Tomo drops to sixth because Ghetto Big in the Alpine has pipped him as well.
And the sun is coming out.
Yes, indeed. The sun is shining, people, because everyone else is pretty much done. The grid, as it stands, is going to be a Williams on pole. 129.8 for Alex. Herman is second in the AlphaTauri. Evil Homer third in the Williams. Mark in the Mercedes fourth. Ghetto Biggie fifth. Tomo sixth. From Jacob seventh. Electric Envy Dario eighth. Grimo ninth and Nico Lack in 10th. And then we have Morgan 11th, Smith 96th and 12th, Tom Brown 13th, Frank in 14th, Loppy 15th, Ollie 16th, Scott 17th, Single Track, Martin Hills 18th in the McLaren, then Monster Gaza, and then it is the Red Bull of Andrew Monster, who will start last because of his qualifying ban. But we had it right up until the end there. Plenty of battles.
Alex is becoming quite a qualifying specialist in Tier 2.
He is, and actually, if I think about it, it was in Tier 2 and Tier 3 last week. I'm sure he started in third in both races, and he was into first.
By, I think,
turn 2.
Turn
turn 1,
yes. His starts were identical.
They were.
He did a Max Verstappen on both occasions.
He did. Now there is a very big run. There's not a big run down to turn 1 here, but it is quick. It is tight. Could we see some damage? We'll all remember Vettel and Bottas in 2018. Could we see a repeat here? They are going to be looking to get through turns 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, and 6. Clean and without incident. And Rob, they're saying, really pleased for Alex. He had a great race in Canada and Tier 3, kept it really clean, hoping to see more of the same. And we echo that one, Rob. Clean racing is what we want. We do not want to see anything decided.
Well, the sun's out at the moment.
Yeah, it is indeed. We shall see.
It's going to be a dry start.
Dry start, but the rain is on its way. We are near Marseille, which has water near it in terms of the ocean. I know my geography.
So you taking the classes now then, Gav?
Oh, totally. It'll be an interesting one. But we're going on to formation lap here, folks.
Emirates fly better.
Exactly. They fly Boeing 777-300, some Boeing 777-200 long ranges, and they, of course, the double-decker Airbus A380-800. I don't think Emirates are going to sponsor us. I mean, we've tried with Iron Brew a few times.
Fat chance.
I mean, if I say anything nice about them, then maybe. But yeah. MRC brought to you by Emirates. Fly better and race better. Mark's just went, Gav, lay off the Iron Brew, getting some Bansheeisms. Oh, see, this is what we're going to have is the Bansheeisms.
Please don't encourage the man.
There's a lot that we want to say.
Don't encourage the man.
Lots to say and lots to do. But yes, Paul Ricard Airport is literally just... And I'm sure at some point Paul Ricard... There's the strategy, by the way. Soft, medium, medium. Soft, medium, hard. Going to be interesting to see who does what, especially if it's going to be wet at the end. Oh, what was the ooh?
I'm looking outside the top 10. Stube, medium. Smith, hard. Tom Brown, medium. Vans, hard. Lurpy, medium. Ollie T, medium. Scott, hard. Martin, single track on medium. Monster Gaza, medium. And Andrew, Monster on medium.
Interesting.
Everybody outside the top 10 has gone mediums or hards.
Interesting. We will see what happens there, though.
Could be a few one-stoppers in there.
There could well be. That is the key.
There could be a few of the... And Alex has gone really quick to the line. He's really eager because there's quite a gap back to Herman.
He is indeed.
Herman's doing my trick.
What, staying way, way, way behind?
Oh, you seen in Canada, I guess.
Yes, I seen in Canada. I was like, right, what's he playing at? There is the thing.
The thing is, you can get. I think you can get away with it under the on the formation lap. I think.
Can indeed.
It's under the safety car. You can't. But I'm guessing there's quite a few. I'm guessing quite a few people outside the top 10 trying to go as long as possible for whenever that rain hits.
Yep, indeed we do.
My guess.
We are getting to race day, and it is Cinq Feux Rouge, et c'est parti! In other words, it's 5 red lights and we are underway here at Paul Ricard. We didn't see the lights because of where the start sequence goes. Alex into turn 1 in the lead. Herman into second. Evil Homer into third. Ghetto Biggie up to 4th. And Martin Fire Rooster 5th. Mark into 6th place. Everyone looks
Martin
like...
round.
Oh, Martin's gone round in the background. We can see him just there, but we are watching the battle as we go through. It was a great start from Alex to defend his position. Herman followed him through. I wondered if he was going to have a little nosy up the inside, but he decided against that. Nico Lack has also gone round.
Yeah, we're going Alpha round.
Oh, unfortunate for him, having some good racing recently.
Apart from that, very clean.
Yeah, indeed. I'll tell you one thing though, Herman is all over looking at Alex, and Evil Homer was right on the back of that Alpha Tauri. And Vans Racing has lost a place as well.
I thought there was going to be contact there. Yes, there is.
Evil
Monster
Homer
Gaz is gone.
Monster Gaz is right, but Evil Homer is trying to take Herman on the outside of Scene. He's going to be a brave man there if he goes to try and out. Goes into Bottley there, again round the outside. But is he going to get the switcher in back? He does! Comes right through. Herman had the inside, but went round slightly more, but he's gone through into 12. A little bit of wheel banging there. You got to watch it. Keep it clean, boys. Keep it clean. Jacob, though, going up the outside of Herman. Herman's on the verge of losing 2 or 3 positions, but Jacob's gone into... No, he hasn't gone into the pits, he just ran slightly wide. But look at this start. Superb opening lap.
Normally it's towards the end of the race it gets hectic.
I know! Alex, fastest man, 140.8 at the moment. It is a Williams 1-2, so currently protecting the investment. Herman dropped down from second on the grid into third place. Jacob is up into fourth. Ghetto Biggie fifth, and Mark is sixth. He has to watch, but he is under pressure from Electric Envy as he comes down into turn 3. Let's hope that there's not a move. Mark just hits it quite nice there. Maybe ran a little bit deep into the opening part of the turn 3, 4, 5 complex. Let's just see though, Herman 4 tenths behind Evil Homer.
Vans gets out the way of Andrew. The Red Bulls have switched.
They have indeed. They have done a multi-21. They have swapped. And Ollie T has gone! And he has gone on the Mistral straight. And his car is in pieces. There is wheels missing aplenty. Sector 1 and Sector 2.
Just coming out the pits.
Yes, indeed. Well,
we missed that one.
We did. I wonder if he had a little bit of damage. Good thing about Castellet here at Paul Ricard is lots of runoff areas. The marshals should be able to cover any cars that go off with a double yellow. And indeed, Ollie T's Ferrari is taken away back to the Scuderia's garage. But those two Williams fighting each other. And maybe we need to do a bit of team play here, Carl. Could be a bit early though.
Sorry, I'm just watching further down the back.
Oh, that's
further
alright.
down the order.
Tell you what, everybody, and we are at the end of lap 2, and you know what that means, folks. DRS is now enabled. The end of lap 2. DRS activated, as you can see at the top of your screen there. So 2 DRS zones on the Paul Ricard circuit. One down the main start-finish straight, and the second at the start of the Mistral straight. And I can guarantee you that Alex may be a sitting duck as he comes down there. Tomo gets a 3-second time penalty. We've lost the interval timings, folks, but you can see. Oh, and Alex got a really. Oh, yes.
Homer had just. There was a massive glitch there because Evil Homer had dropped to 19th, but now it's back to 2nd on the timing screen.
Alex coming out.
Massive glitch.
Yeah, Alex coming out with 6 and 7. Got a real tank slapper. The rear end of the car. He had to get off the throttle there, but he has survived into the Montreal chicane. So has everybody. It is very much a DRS train. Tomo is falling down the field down into 11th. But look at that. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th all in one screenshot. And there is 8th and 9th as well. So, in terms of tyres, the top 8 are on the softs. And then Stub is the highest running medium runner, followed by Loppy and followed by Andrew in 12th place in that Red Bull.
He's done a brilliant. He's getting on with it. He's man on a mission tonight, especially with having to start at the back of the grid.
He is. Qualifying was a bit lonely for him.
I think his main aim today would be just to keep it clean and hopefully get.
Jacob putting the nose of that McLaren up the inside of the AlphaTauri at the same point that Herman got a 3-second penalty, but Evil Homer's going to take the lead. He does down and he gets the move done before the braking zone into turn 1.
Position changes are plenty.
Exactly. But yeah, Jacob in the final corner just got the front nose of that McLaren and he's going to look to go down. Oh, he just backed out of it there. Herman ran really deep though, and that's going to leave him very much compromised into the 5-6 complex. Jacob gets a 3-second penalty though as well. That won't make him a happy man. And he runs wide though, and Ghetto Biggie's going to have the ideal opportunity. It is going to be a DRS train though. But the question is, what has happened to Evil Homer? Because he's shown his 18th, but I think it is just a timing glitch because he's out front at the moment.
Yeah, that's got to be a timing glitch. Yeah,
and there he is back again.
It was ghosting there. It was. Well.
It seemed to be some timing glitches, folks, there. But we will keep you updated on what is happening in the race. 2 Williams out in front, AlphaTauri 3rd. Herman dropping a spot from his qualifying position. The 2 Red Bulls 11th and 12th now. Mark is having a battle with Electric Envy in the Haas, and for his championship challenge, Mark almost just wants a bit of a quiet race, just to almost do a Rob and just build up the tyres, keep it nice and clean, and then see at the end. Alex in the pits.
Just pitted.
It's an early first pit stop for the Williams. Is he gambling to go onto the hards or the medium compound tyres? That's going to be the interesting thing. There is rain forecast after 30 minutes.
I'm just jumping to Alex now to see what tyres he changed on. He's going for mediums.
He is indeed. So, again, interesting. Evil Homer, though, stretching his advantage. And lap 5 out of 27 to 1.4 seconds. Jacob further 7/10 behind Herman. And again, we get that glitch again. Yes, but
he's out in front.
Evil Homer fans, he is still out in the lead. We do have a yellow in sector 1, and that is Alex, I think. Just keep an eye. Doesn't look like anything too bad there.
I think it was Alex.
Ghetto Biggie doing really well again in the Alpine.
Andrew up to 8th now.
Oh, superb race from him. Let's just
he is powering in. He is powering his inner Max Verstappen as Loppy's round.
Loppy has gone round in the outskirts of Montreal. But as we watch, Monster coming down into the Beauce now. He just wanted to maximise the opportunity where Guy, the championship leader, not racing tonight.
Electric Envy's lost places. Electric Envy was on
the side gone of the round. Track. Yeah, and Jacob's got a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. Mark is also in, as is Herman. So the top 3 are in. Ghetto Biggie continues, as will Grimo, as will Morgan, as will Monster. So it is certainly there. Evil Homer is also pitted, so the Williams that likes to jump her. Oh, we've got. Oh, wait a minute. There was a very strange. We've got Evil Homer glitching all over the place on the stream, folks. We will. We'll just.
You got any words on it?
There's two Alpines in the lead. The French cars and the French race are currently first and second. Ghetto Biggie 4.4 seconds ahead of Grimo there. And Stub just behind him, but I have a feeling that Aston Martin is about to take second place. Stub following the DRS. As we know, Carl drives for Aston Martin and he's going for it. Obviously, impartiality in the comms box as always here. No Team McLaren.
Yes!
Bites through. The Aston Martin is through. But is Grimo going to get him? Because he's up the inside as they're going to come into the right-hander. It's seen here. And the one who's sitting watching it is Andrew behind in that Red Bull. And the Alpine retakes the second place. But is he going to go? Morgan going to go down the inside of Libose? No, he doesn't. He's got to keep it just going. But Morgan has to watch. He's on the medium compound tyres. Grimo on the softs. And Ghetto Biggie
is... who's catching him just behind.
Yep. And let's see if Ghetto Biggie pits. He does indeed. Ghetto Biggie comes in. Grimo surely will not come in as well, otherwise. And we do. Oh, we've got a migrating host. Martin has left the session.
Not again. Are we going to have the same issue again?
Let's hope not. We are not having the best of lobbies, folks. Some challenges today. Morgan inherits the lead so far. We, as we said, migrated the host. At the moment, it is Aston Martin leading Morgan. Andrew in the Red Bull is second.
The timing screen is all over the place.
Yep, exactly, because apparently we've got Williams behind Alpines, but they're not, if you look at the track map. So, folks, bear with us on do not pay any attention to the interval. So much so I'm going to remove the interval. And we are going to watch what is happening on track, because at the moment we've got Vans Racing chasing down Smith 96 in that Alfa Romeo. Vans has got the DRS, as you can see there. But again, Smith on those hard compound tyres, so he's just doing a nice job just to keep those tyres going. Monster in front's on the mediums. As we go down the field.
This opening stint by Andrew has been phenomenal.
It has, I'll tell you.
He's kept it out of trouble, he's kept it clean, and he's doing exactly as he runs as a...
I'll tell you...
I'll shut up, he ran wide.
The other phenomenal, as I can't say that word, word is that Evil Homer went on to another set of sauce, and he's tipped the curb, he's gone round on the bank of turn 12 at Bendor. It got onto the curb on the inside, and it goes from a flat curb to a bit of a raised curb, and that tipped the car round. It was almost slow motion there that Evil Homer was going round. You've seen it here on the stream. Evil Homer, one-time race leader, is down to 13th.
And that's the problem with some of these curves here in Paul Ricard.
It is. Indeed it is. And Mark runs, Scott ran wide there coming out of 2. He is on those hard compound tyres. Chris Bailey in the comments saying what happened to Martin. Possibly some connectivity issues. We will find out in due course.
It's the only possible situation really, which is a big shame for... our head honcho.
That is indeed our race winner, Tier 2 race winner in Canada last week. Andrew is currently you can see, only about a second behind Morgan in the Aston Martin there. Someone gets another 3-second penalty. Campbell Ballboy says his game crashed, so really unfortunate from Martin there to see the game crashing. It wasn't even the Wi-Fi. I don't know what makes it worse. Stub though, the two medium runners currently running there, but Smith doing really well in the Alfa Romeo, closely followed by Vans in the Red Bull. Red Bull looking for some good points tonight. They're only 3 points behind McLaren in the top 4, only 6 behind Haas. And there's a Haas behind, and Electric Envy is now in the pits, so he comes in for his first pit stop. Herman now in the Alpha Tauri is in theory the first of the runners to pit. But look at the DRS train that is behind Loppy here. Loppy, Alex, Ghetto Biggie, then Mark. It is a DRS train. You see them in some circuits. This is one of those circuits. Alex is going to go down the inside.
The DRS train would have to be Monza.
Oh, indeed. And Alex was looking at the inside. Oh, Loppy seems to be... I don't know whether it's just lag or desyncing, but there's a lot of jumping and it does unnerve you as a driver, and we can see
Has it gone cloudy to you?
It has. It has got a bit cloudy.
It's gone rather grey, hasn't it?
It's a little bit... that sounded a little bit Welsh.
I'm full of surprises.
I'm not sure if that was a combination of Scouse Welsh, to be fair. Oh, and Alex hit the back of the Mercedes there! And Alex has gone at Montreal. Wonder whether that was some potential desync. But he is down into 10th.
Let's just hope this race doesn't end in controversy. Wink, wink.
I have no idea what you mean. No races ever end in controversy in Formula 1. That's why we go motor racing. With cars who race. There's a Red Bull in second and a Red Bull in fourth. The Mercedes are 8th and 9th. Is Scott going to let Mark go for the championship?
I think I saw drops of rain.
Well, if we do, let's just jump on board.
Rain.
There is indeed.
Yes, there's rain.
There is, we can see it. So, let's have a look. Let's see, because Alex just jumped into the pits there to obviously look out for his front wing change. So, he is...
Andrew is right up the chuff of Morgan here.
And that is the great thing. But the rain is here. You can see it on the stream now, folks. Morgan's defending as they come into Montreal. Andrew wants to treat the back of that Aston Martin like a kicking donkey.
Bucking Bronco.
Or a bucking Bronco, exactly. I was thinking of...
But will Andrew try to stay clean because of depending on how the track feels right now? He probably doesn't want to risk it.
He doesn't. He has to just take it easy. But again, we're going to come back to what we discussed in Canada last week. When is the optimum time to come in? Because you've seen what happened last week. People came in. Tom Brown puts the Interzone already, currently 18th. He doesn't have anything to lose, so good to see what it is there. But
it'd be ideal to watch that Delta time then.
Exactly. You may want to do that. We will check it out though. And Morgan's slower through the apex in the final corner there than Andrew is. But we've seen it when if he came in for the Inters even a lap before the track was ready for them, you shot yourself in the foot in Canada last week. So, is this a passing shower or is this going to be a downpour?
Andrew all over that gearbox of the Aston right now.
He is indeed. We are watching this battle because Smith 96 is joining him.
Very cautious, yep.
He is.
The hard tyres.
He's got to though. He's got to treat the back of Aston Martin carefully because at the moment he would gain 18 points and that would jump him up to 83 and would leave him just 15 points behind.
But you know, and we know for quite a while he wants that first win.
He does indeed.
He does. Been nagging for it all season.
He does as well. Mark has got a 3-second time penalty and Herman is dropping down the order because he has went round near the Mistral Straight. It is getting darker, murkier, mistier, grey.
The track's looking a bit damper as well.
It is, and that's not the weather in Scotland right now. It's cold, but it's dry. Exactly. But in France, near Marseille, it is getting a bit slippery. So let's just take an eye on...
I'm just checking that Delta down at Tom Brown on those inters. He's not gaining much at the moment.
So, and we've got Monster is going in, as is Stub. So they are making the call. Smith 96 is also in. Is Jacob going to go into the pits? Yes, he does. Van's racing. He's staying out. He ran a little bit wide there in the final corner. but he is staying out. He has run wide already. Mark is going in as well.
Safety car.
Oh,
Remo's out. Safety car.
Wow. Wow. We've got a few glitches as they come into the pits, folks.
There's spray coming up from the back of the Red Bull,
and
so
what's...
it's definitely time for Inters, in my opinion.
We're watching Jacob in the McLaren, and he is seemingly being held in the pits for no apparent reason. This is destroying the McLaren's race.
It's the game will hold you there until it feels like it's safe to let you go.
Yeah, and it just... And we can see it, but in the recent update, they did... Well, that was more for stacking, but Ghetto Biggie's impacted as well, and he could have gone in, and we've got Mercedes driving. We have some
We've got
chaos.
So many cars stacking in that pit lane right now.
We've got a lot of glitches, folks.
That's
so
a
just
very expensive car park.
Yes, there's a lot of glitches in the lobby tonight, folks.
Too many to count.
So just bear with us. Bellboy says he can confirm no rain in Yorkshire. No rain in Yorkshire. None at all.
No
It's
rain
only
in Leicestershire.
It's only if you're in Manchester you tend to get lots of rain.
No rain in Leicestershire.
There we go. Mercedes driving backwards up the pit lane. What would Michael Massey say?
Did you catch it towards the end of Canada last week? At the end of, I think it was Tier 3.
I was commentating.
The Haas reversing.
Yes.
The Haas reversing over the finish line.
It was a rather strange end to that race.
Yeah,
Ryan says. Ryan says it is piddling it down in Teesside. Alex has left the session, and he's in the pits. Let's hope this is not some glitch.
Are we having tech issues again?
I am hopeful not.
The problem is, depending on what tech issues we have, it will eat into Tier 1.
Indeed. We have 15 laps remaining in Tier 2, where we have... Oh, and Rans has gone rounds! Oh, he's lost his front wing, and the right front wheel is gone! Mega. That is reminiscent of Season 4 at Brazil. One of the McLarens. Yes, Alex in the McLaren.
Alex.
Now, Vans
are plenty.
Frank
tonight.
Was on the hard compound tyres. Now,
he was. I think he stayed out to avoid stacking.
Now, that might have explained that, but that seemed very odd to me. That seemed very odd. I was on board
with that as well. The car just literally snapped.
Yep. Georgia says it's raining in the borough, in Middlesbrough.
Hello, over there.
Yeah, I actually read that they, I think just recently, they got their first LNER service to go to Middlesbrough. Don't know the significance of that. It wasn't a Zoomer. I mean, there's not much zooming going on at the moment on the track because we're behind a safety car. But they did. I've seen it on.
We have an Aston Martin leading an Aston Martin. It's an Aston Martin 1-2. If you get the joke.
I was about to say there. It's a Red Bull in second. Calm yourself down, sir. Calm yourself down. Stop getting excited.
I'm wearing my team colours, man.
I know.
Got to be representing.
Well, we do have to be representing. I'll tell you some more interesting.
We've got to keep them amused while we have this safety car here.
We do.
So why not?
I'll tell you one thing, right? During the Grand Prix weekend at the Le Castellet Airport, if your maximum takeoff weight of your private jet is less than 6 tons, you will pay 860. Was it the 160,000 euros? Let's just see. 8,600 euros a day on race day 4,000. Although I think this document is a little bit strange because I'm sure it would be significantly more than that.
News on Alex, his game crashed. That's 2 that's crashed now.
Camel Ballboy goes first world problems. Indeed. Where do I park my private jet? The price package, though, doesn't include fuel, catering and passenger tax. Ooh. So if you want a sandwich, you need to pay for it separately. Now that to me...
It's a good sandwich.
No, exactly.
What's your favourite sandwich, Gav, while we're on the topic?
Egg with cress. Egg mayonnaise with cress.
Oh, you can't beat one of those.
Exactly. Yours?
I'm going to sound a bit sound a bit of a porker here, but sausage, bacon, and egg.
Ah, well, okay, fair enough. Ballboy's gone prawn mayo. And Ryan's doesn't include foods or fuel. What a rip-off, indeed. If only we had that private jet. We are still under safety car conditions, folks. You'd have thought Carl and I, after 5 safety cars in Baku, would have been well prepared for a safety car, but no, not at the moment.
We just say whatever gibberish we want.
Exactly. But we have rain. We have a safety car due to Van's Grimo originally, and then Van's coming out of turn 12. Did you know that Le Castellet is only a 35-minute helicopter ride from Saint-Tropez?
No, I did not until that.
And 45 minutes from Monaco. So it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I've already paid for the flipping Monaco party, by the way.
Well, we're going to need to sort that out.
I don't know, fine for dropping an F-bomb in commentary, fine for touching a car.
Well, exactly. You quite rightly should be fined for dropping an in commentary. That was at Monaco as well. It was bad of you. 100% Google's top 10 facts about Le Castellet and Ryan says chicken and bacon filling for him. Grimo says the spinner in front didn't ghost and he had nowhere to go. And Vortex goes, forget the Scottish person's name, but is he racing tonight? The simple answer to that is yes, I am. I will be racing in Tier 1 in the McLaren. PSN ID is Night Shadow SC.
Mark put stop touching the cars, Inspector
Well,
Carl.
I would stop touching the cars as well, to be fair. The amount of fines that you've paid recently.
I've been getting lessons off of Sebastian. I've been back in the garage with Seb, and he's been teaching me a few things. So yeah.
Exactly. Safety car is not going in this lap, so you have another lap of joyfulness.
And speaking of that, I was he's told me to stay away from Ferrari.
All getting a bit partridge during this safety car. Yes, new Discord name, Ballboy says that Scottish person. Yes, that is me. That's one. Oh, and we
we go green.
We have. Now, I'll tell you one thing. It didn't tell us the safety car was coming in.
No, it didn't. We didn't see anything about a safety car coming in.
We didn't. But we have full racing here because Andrew is all over the back. We've got spinners in the back. We've got a Haas gone round. It was Smith 96 who's done really well on those hard compound tyres. But Stu protects from Monster. Mark is up into third in that Mercedes. Jacob fourth. But Smith 96 is the loser from there and drops down the pack to 15th after that spin. Oh, I'll tell you one thing.
It was all going to get a bit skittleish into those few corners.
It was. And it's going to continue to be that way the longer this rain keeps falling. Jacob is all over the back of Mark. Is Jacob going to line up for a move into Montreal? He's trying to get alongside. They're going to try and go side by side. Oh, keep it clean and very well done there, boys. Jacob's going to get a better exit though out of Montreal because Mark had to compromise his exit because of his entry into the first part of the chicane. Vortex says reminds us of Abu Dhabi. No idea what you're talking about. I was just watching planes leaving Abu Dhabi yesterday. Nothing else. Loppy gets the 3-second time penalty. Ballboy says he's running a tribute Hamilton Aston helmet to show the FIA a lesson. No idea why he needs to show the FIA a lesson.
Massey don't know what's going to hit him, says Bold Boy.
Well, we shall see. Tell you what, who doesn't know what's going to hit him at the moment? We don't know what's going to hit us because this race is absolutely turned on its head with the rain.
Personal experience, because of racing with him last season, Jacob is very, very good when it comes to the wet.
He is indeed.
So Morgan and Andrew, watch your mirrors.
Yeah, again though, I've got to have a look at we've got to have a look at penalties now, just out of more curiosity, because Jacob's got 6 seconds, Andrew's got none, and Stubbs got 3.
Well, Electric Envy just got past Mark.
Yeah,
and it's
Electric Energy. Are you?
It's a train at the moment.
It's a train.
Behind.
Oh, we've got Scott's gone round on the outskirts of 6 and 7. Scott's going to fall back to the back of the...
Thank God he ghosted.
He did indeed. But yeah, Ryan says Stub is driving a good race. Exactly. Well done to him and Monster and Jacob.
Over the back of Andrew right now.
He is indeed. The top three
Can
slowly
Andrew
pulling away.
Hold the pressure.
He will need to. He needs it for the championship fight.
And from where he started, this has been an excellent performance.
It has indeed.
I feel like I've just jinxed it saying that.
If you have, it's on you, not me.
He's probably gonna hit me with a Judas effect, a elbow to the chin.
Possibly. Tell you one thing though, Mark is in 5th at the moment, is going to be looking to gain that place back from Electric Envy, but not gaining too much. The top 3 separated by 0.8 of a second, and Jacob really close. Oh, he gets a squirrel. The rear end went a little bit squirrely there, and he would have been
Yellow
going
in sector 3. Herman's lost places,
and Herman, the man who started second on the grid, has really dropped it. Comms Kirsten 3, 2, 1 according to Ballboy. Carl, that's on you, not me.
And I'm guessing that probably Andrew is probably listening as well, so...
If he
Hi,
is...
Andrew!
If he is, he is going to be saying you pillocks. Right now,
he's going to storm out that Red Bull car.
I'll tell you one thing.
To the commentary box.
Jacob's got a really good run out of 6 and 7 and is a lot closer to the back of Andrew. He's only about 2 tenths, but that Red Bull does seem to be
in a straight line.
Yeah, it does seem to be a little bit skinnier on its downforce package. I'll tell you who is gaining is Electric Envy. Electric searing through that Haas. Currently in
Electric
4th.
by name, electric by nature.
Well, that is exactly it. Although electricity and water are not a good mix. Andrew, Andrew all over the back, coming
Andrew
through.
Going slightly deep there.
He is. Jacob has to watch that he doesn't knock any end plate off that front wing. And as they come through turn 12, the corner which we shall not repeat. Now Andrew runs a little bit wide, so does Jacob. That'll give Morgan the opportunity just to stretch his legs a little bit.
This is helping Morgan plentiful.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Electric Envy, Dario is right on the back of them now. He is watching this battle again. Jacob really later on the brakes into the final corner, but just seems to get closer, a bit more confident on the brakes there, perhaps, than the Red Bull. Maybe just down to the downforce. Ballboy says, wait, what is turn 12 called? Turn 12 is called Bender. Stube ran slightly wide coming out of 2. That is literally it. I've said it about 2 or 3 times and no more.
Nico Lax pitted.
Yep, Gail Biggie gets 3-second time penalty, but look at the racing that we've got out front. Superb racing. And Jacob again! Oh, did he push him along slightly there? He's trying to go up the inside as he comes through 6 and 7. Andrew run that little bit wide. That's going to compromise Andrew as he comes onto the Mistral straight. But does he have enough speed? Yes, he does. No DRS, folks, remember. Because of the wet conditions. But Jacob's going to go for it. Is he going to go up into the Montreal chicane? And is he going to stick to it again? Nearly wheel bashing. Andrew's going to get the inside line. Jacob's going to go around the outside. And he does take second place. Is Electric Envy going to follow and Jacob through? Is it still raining or will this go dry? Who knows, Camo? Who knows? Because Electric Envy is seared past Andrew on the outside of scene there, and that was brave.
3-second penalty though for running wide.
Yeah. Let's jump on board with the Red Bull, because I think it's a good point. I don't think it's raining anymore.
It's not raining.
And Jacob's run wide at turn 12. Does run deep, but it's one of those corners you can sometimes make a bit of a change on. We've got a Ferrari. It's Nico Lack who has gone round and to sector 1. He's not having a great race, is Nico Lack. And Evil Homer has pitted. So Evil Homer, is he going to gamble?
That's why.
So
a few people pitting.
So, do they know something we don't? I don't think it's right to go onto the dry weather tyres yet. I think at least another 2 laps. But let's see, Evil Homer, Tomo going on to the mediums, so he's going to try and get to the end on those mediums. He should do it, no problem, but the heat cycle will be difficult. Tom Brown gets a 3-second time penalty. Evil Homer goes softs. Herman's gone mediums. So currently...
I'm just going to check something very quickly.
Yep, Andrew's got a 3-second time penalty.
He's just got it as it. I was just about to say, if he kept it clean, he would be in the window for the win, even if he's running where he is, because he's about 2 seconds. He was 2 seconds off Stube.
So your thought projection has cursed him. Yes. Morgan in the Aston Martin.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Well, you thought it.
Not to sound biased, but...
oh, Jacob.
Come on, Morgan.
There we go. None of that. Nico Lack is retired. He is in the pits. I think he's had enough of this race. But do any of the top 4 or 5 pits... We will see very shortly. Tomo gets a 10-second penalty for corner cutting, and he went on to the mediums. It is not the right time, because Morgan doesn't think so, Jacob doesn't think so, neither does Electric Envy, and neither does Andrew, and neither does Mark. Mark is gaining on them, though.
Aye.
He does indeed. Oh, we're migrating host again. That's never a good sign.
No,
but Nico Lack has just left.
Now.
We've seen all sorts tonight, folks. You've had to listen to me and Carl for an hour and a half. You've got at least another 15 minutes of us. Tier 1
I'm sure they won't mind.
No, not when we talk about sandwiches and LNER Azuma trains. But Tier 1 may be slightly delayed tonight, folks, just depending upon when we do finish Tier 2. Alex is in the pits, so he is looking to potentially go onto a set of dry weather tyres. But if you were Morgan, Carl, would you pit now, or would you... Because you're the one out... DRS is now enabled! Yeah. That tells us everything! The track is dry. Enough. It is dry enough for DRS. I fully expect...
Watch from Stube to Ghetto Biggie to dive in the pits right now.
Yep. Alex is in the sofa, he says. He's in the pits.
So, it's... well...
Alex is out of the session. But his car is still going round.
I'm just looking at... Tomo is 36 seconds back from Stube. That's the interval to the leader. As yet,
Jacob's continuing. And so is Mark. So Mark is going to try and go at least one more lap. Maybe they think it's not the right time. And Loppy's gone round. Loppy has gone on the exit of Le Basso.
Yeah, he's in the barrier.
But as we were saying, folks, Jacob out at the moment in the lead. Mark second, Tom Brown third. Morgan soft.
Envy,
mediums.
Andrew soft.
Smith 96 soft. Ghetto Biggie soft. Evil Homer soft. Oh, and Evil Homer's been tapped by a Mercedes, and that was Scott. Don't know whether Evil Homer was already pirouetting, but certainly something happened there. Is it
Tom Brown's carried on as well?
Yes. Is it a little bit early for the dry weather tyres? We are watching Morgan, who is tippy-toeing. He is 4.5 seconds slower than his fastest time in the dry so far. We need to keep watching the sectors. Let's look at the intervals, because right now Morgan is 18 seconds.
Dry, though.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's to do with the temperature, the track surface.
The interesting thing, we have just put on the gaps to the leaders. The key thing is going to be is when that gap from Stoop, who's the first of the dry runners, starts to drop dramatically. At the moment it is roughly hovering at 18 and a bit seconds. It isn't getting lower, a little bit, just now, but it's stabilising. That is what's going to be key. Now, does Jacob pit? Jacob does go into the pit, so he's decided one more lap he has decided to go on. is
Watch
Mark.
Mark follow.
Yep.
Mark follow.
Mark is following in. Tom Brown, we will
Tom
come
Brown
back.
as well.
But the man we're watching is the man in the Aston Martin who is coming round in the penultimate corner, now coming to the final corner on the soft compound tyres.
Jacob's leaving the pit box.
He is, but Stubb's going to beat him. Yeah, he is. He's going to have him. Jacob, that one extra lap has not
Electric
worked.
Envy takes second.
Yep, that one extra lap has not worked.
And Andrew takes third.
Evil Homer is disqualified because of too many penalties. So, the ideal time to pit was at the end of lap 20. Canada, it was lap 17. It's lap 20 in France. And look how Mark is 12 seconds behind the leaders now. Jacob is 6.5. That hasn't worked for him. He went on too far.
Despite Electric Envy being on medium tyres, he's 3 seconds in front of Andrew.
He is, and he's absolutely closing on Morgan. Now, Dario stepping in tonight, remember, in that Haas for Damalek. And he is chasing down Morgan.
He's on 1% ERS though. He's literally using as much ERS as possible to stay onto the back of Stube.
Yes.
Who has got 84%, 86%. He's hardly used any this lap.
He's got to save that ERS though for down the pit straight and down the first part of the Mistral, otherwise he will be a sitting duck. Maybe the mediums are just turning on and firing up quicker than the softs, but the interesting part will be is when Andrew and Jacob, because Jacob's already made up a second on the leaders already. He's dropped that gap from 6.8 to 5.8. Mark has been passed by Herman, so the champion.
Electric Envy too far back. He didn't have enough ERS to deploy compared to Stube.
And he's generating in the battery all the way down. Or actually, no, was that the rain light? No, he actually seems to be charging the batteries in very unusual places. Tomo's gone! Oh, unlucky for Tomo. He is
Virtual
gone.
Safety car.
And that neutralises.
USC.
It does. That neutralises the race.
Full
Safety car! Well,
late drama.
where have we seen that in the last 24 to 36 hours?
Would you say it's in the same?
Look at that! Tomo's lost his front right wheel. He's lost it in the coming out of the final corner.
Would you say this is about the same time of laps we had from a particular race that just happened?
Yes, Baku in MRC.
Yes.
Baku in Tier 1 MRC. I recall...
Yes, I was listening to that one.
Yes, I recall a late safety car.
This is not going to help Morgan much.
Well, do you know what it will do? And part of me thinks it will, because remember, safety car has to be in for 2 laps before DRS. So if the safety car continues till the end of 25,
depending on how late it is, the safety car is usually out for 1 lap, depending on how late it is.
But
the longest the safety car is usually out is about 3 laps maximum. Look at
the field spread though. That's the challenge. The field spread of Alex and bear in mind, Alex and Martin aren't in this race at the moment. They are going out. They could still get points. Jacob is pitted. So what has happened to Jacob? He is pitted for another set of softs. Something has certainly happened there.
Unless he's just putting a fresh set of boots on.
Yeah, let's just look at some.
It was too quick for a part change.
But why would you give up track position? I mean,
I gave up track position at Baku because I wanted to be at the back of the queue to try and avoid the carnage at the start of one of the restarts. Yeah,
I get that, and it's one of these.
I'm just giving my reason for that.
Yeah, it's one of these double-edged scenarios though that ultimately he was only on. So unless he had some wing damage, but
I think he wasn't in the pit lane long enough for a wing change.
No, so he's obviously decided. Just looking at some of the comments on YouTube, folks. And forgive apologies for the accents. No, Michael, no! Is screaming from Rob. Ryan says, "No, Michael, this is not right." Christ, you sounded more Scottish than German Austrian there. This is not right. It's like the Iron Brews, the roll your R's. This is not right. Although that didn't sound Scottish at all. That sounded anyway.
Maxie, don't screw this up.
Yes. It's like, wait a minute. I'm just writing my furious email to Michael Massey just now, saying, get the safety car in at the end of this lap. I don't think it's going in at the end of this lap, which means it'll be lap 25 it will go in.
Mind you, it came in one lap.
Well,
and we never even got a notification.
Let's just jump on board with
Michael Massey's keeping his cards close to his chest, the cheeky bagger.
Sounds like Schwarzenegger, says Ryan. No, Michael, this is not right. Run. Running is what we do. We have 8 cars out at the moment, folks. We only have 12, and we only need 1 lap, says Mark. We do only need 1 lap. It's called motor racing. And a surprised team principal says, sorry. And the race director says, car racing. Vortec is what is the latest comment.
To be honest, if it were me, I'd be shouting no safety car because of who's in front. But,
well,
yeah.
I will say one thing. We have no lapped cars. They are all on the same lap. There was an old Scottish football commentator.
Ali McCoy?
No, he's still here for whatever reason. Well, I'm sure his name, if I get it right, was I'm sure it was Arthur Mountford. Was I think was the Scottish football commentator? I am sure. 2 seconds, because his famous line.
Tapping away to his Arthur's Ted, bless him.
I am. Sorry, Arthur Montford. And Arthur Montford was famous for his sort of sports jackets, and he would go, "What a stramash!" And you had
safety car in.
Exactly, but we're only at the end of the Mistral Straight.
He's quite happy to let him go racing again.
Yep, and Archie McPherson and Arthur Mountford between the two of them, we go, "Whoa, what a game this is!" And we are going, "Whoa, what a race this is!" We are going to have 2 laps of racing here at Le Castellet at Circuit Paul Ricard. The sun is out again. The sun is shining. The question's going to be is who is going to shine brightest. Electric Envy almost trying to get alongside Morgan there. Got to watch you don't overtake under the safety car. Alex is saying, come on, Alex, make points.
Overtake under safety car, automatic disqualification.
Well. And here goes. Morgan is going to floor it as he comes out of the final corner. Is he going to go? He's still just waiting. Oh, and
that's a bit dangerous.
Well, he wasn't going. He's going now, though. I don't think he'd gone.
That's questionable. I think that's questionable. That was,
We have controversy at the restart, folks. As an Aston Martin goes in, Electric Envy is now second, battling with Monster at the moment. And Herman's up into 4th. The man who started second is back up into 4th. Electric Envy's going to go down the inside of Monster into turn 3. Monster's going to hang him out around the outside. That turns into the inside for turn 5. Now as we come through. He's going to give him plenty of room as he goes round the outside there. And again now coming through the long, sweeping 6 and 7. And Andrews through into second because Electric Envy has dropped to 6th. Herman is now 3rd. Smith 96 is now 4th, with Jacob now up to 5th and Mark into 6th. Scott is now 9th in the Mercedes. Double points for the Mercedes at the moment. Mark up into 5th. He's past Jacob.
Andrew's going to hate me for saying this, but hold position.
Hold position. But
it's Jacob. Andrew.
Jacob might go up the inside of Mark into seed. He does. He contacted. The championship 3rd place is out onto the outskirts of the track. Mark is round. Alex is into 10th place at the moment. Oh, that that was contact to wheels coming through Scene. It's not the time you join the Herman's down as well. Smith's up into third. Oh, what a race! Andrew's only half a second behind Morgan. What an end to the French Grand Prix. Herman fourth, but he was third. And Jacob's on the back of him.
Final lap.
Final lap, folks. There are literally meters in it. Jacob's going to go and try right the inside.
It again.
They are. There's no DRS. Jacob's going to try and go for the inside.
Momentum for the McLaren, though.
Yes, indeed. Is he going to go down the inside into 3 and 4? He doesn't. He decides to get out of it there. He doesn't want to tip him around potentially. Mark gets the 3-second time penalty, and that's going to not be what he's concerned about. May see some deliberations in the stewards. Back to Monster. He's 9/10 behind that Aston Martin. Even one of the McLarens in the Alfa Romeo's gone round. It's disaster for the McLaren. They've gone.
8 seconds. Stu's got 8 seconds worth of penalties.
We've got disaster on the final lap. We have only 10 runners. 10 runners! It's all happened! We've got migrating horses! Something happened here, folks! We all want a great end to the race, but it is absolutely chaos here at the Castellet.
I'm looking at penalties, and Andrew's going to take it on the road.
He is indeed! Andrew's going to take the win, and remember, these results are provisional. The stewards will review. Alex and Single Track are out, but they are getting points. Morgan is going to come through onto the track, and he is going to take victory. But the man who will take it is Andrew in the Red Bull. He is through into the win on track through to penalties. I am sure the stewards will be looking as DRS gets enabled. Scott takes third in the Mercedes. Fantastic drive time. Smith 96, fourth. Electric Envy. Tom Brown well deserved in sixth. Mark comes back to 7th, but my oh my, what an end to this French Grand Prix we've had.
No question, no question.
And
down, in my opinion.
I might not be able to speak because my voice is going.
Down. Driver of the day right there. Started
Wow.
P20.
I am indeed. Back of the grid to take the win on track. It is an all-British podium tonight. But what an amazing race at Le Castellet. And you only have a matter of minutes before we go into Tier 1. Can it reproduce the controversy and the racing that we've had? Look at that! 20th up into first. Scott 17th up into third, and Stub 11th into second. Superb race. Carl, what can we say?
Tier 1 beat that.
Exactly. Tier 2 has set the bar for Monday nights. And
Andrew, crack open the bubbly!
he will be. Remember, folks, these results are provisional. These stewards will be, no doubt, looking into penalties. No idea how Stub got 8 seconds of penalties there. But Smith 96 finishes 4th, Electric Envy 5th, Tom Brown 6th, Mark in 7th, Ghetto Big in 8th, Alex in 9th, Single Track 10th, Herman and Jacob came
Andrew
through.
puts to whom it may concern, have that.
Well, exactly. Herman in 11th and Jacob in 12th collided at the start of the Mistral Straight, finish 11th and 12th. But Carl, we have had 1 hour and 43 minutes of adventure, of freneticness here in France. We move now on to Tier 1 shortly, and all I can say, folks, is stay tuned because it will be one superb race. But Carl, thank you very much for this evening again. Thank you
Pleasure as always.
Thank you to all of our viewers who have put up with us for the last hour and 45 minutes. I am going away to jump into my McLaren and to have a drink, and I will see you all on
I'm
track
off to the Red Bull garage to celebrate with Andrew.
You do that. Go and speak to Christian and then have a little conversation with Lawrence Stroll on your Aston Martin on Wednesday night. But from Carl and from I, have a lovely evening and stay tuned for the next few minutes because we will be back with Tier 1 with Jacob and Andrew, your victor on track for Tier 2. Good night.
Night.